The king of all monsters is back, and he is bigger than ever. Godzilla. So Godzilla is America's second attempt of bringing the giant monster to the big screen, and I was excited for this movie for a magnitude of reasons. First of all, I'm a massive Godzilla fan. I love all the old movies. I've probably seen all of them. They're all fun. They're just fun monster movies, and Godzilla is one of the most badass creations ever. He's just a giant lizard who just wreaks havoc, and just awesome. I had all the toys and everything, just love Godzilla, so I was super pumped for a new Godzilla film, first of all. Secondly, Gareth Edwards is directing the film, and his other film that I really enjoyed was called Monsters, and he does a fantastic job in that movie portraying the emotional aspect of things between characters, and I was so looking forward to that in this movie, especially because Bryan Cranston's in it, and absolutely love Breaking Bad. And then you got Aaron Taylor Johnson in there as well from Kick-Ass, and I love the Kick-Ass movies, so I love the cast in here. Ken Watanabe and Elizabeth Olsen were in here as well, so everything looked like it was going to be perfect in this movie, and a lot of things delivered for me, but there was a couple of things that really bothered me as well, and maybe it's something I'll grow to live with over time here. But first of all, we'll start off with the plot of the film here. It's as simple as it could be. You know, Godzilla's out there. They know that he's out there, and, you know, they've tried to destroy him, and he's been laying dormant for a long time. And then you have all this other stuff that goes on that eventually has to bring him out into the open again. And I'm not going to get too much into all that because I avoided all the trailers for this movie except for the initial teaser that came out. So there were things in this movie that I heard through the grapevines that was going to be a part of it and stuff, but I was still really surprised because I didn't see any visuals of those things and wasn't entirely certain that certain things were going to happen. So I'll leave it at that for the movie if you haven't seen it yet. But awesome movie. I thought it was really good in a lot of aspects. Everything with Godzilla is absolutely fantastic in this movie. He is larger than ever. He is kicking ass and looks fantastic. And the stuff that really kind of lagged for me was kind of the middle of the movie. I thought the movie had a really strong beginning, and I was really sucked into it. A lot of focus on Bryan Cranston, and he just sold everything to me emotionally in this movie. And the ending of the movie was fantastic. Everything was great in the ending, but everything in the middle, it just seemed like it dragged on a little bit just for the sake of dragging on to make a longer movie. Elizabeth Olsen in the film, fantastic performance, but I didn't really see the point of her being in the movie. There was not much of a connection with her, I felt, at all. And same thing for Aaron Taylor Johnson. He's the main guy we're following in the movie, and I was super excited from this movie, but it seemed like a miscast to me because I just couldn't buy into his character. He was just way too calm and subtle, and I would have liked to see more of somebody in charge, like leading the way with everything. But, you know, other than that, everything with Godzilla, like I said, was really good. I thought they set the movie up good. I liked the idea of how they intertwine historical events with how that pertained to Godzilla. So everything was cool in that respect. I just wish they would have had more Godzilla in it because everything with Godzilla was fantastic. And he basically is making an extended cameo in his own film. And I just would have loved to see a lot more of that. And I guess coming from Monsters from Gareth Edwards, that's something that should have been somewhat expected because he kind of has the same approach in that film. But, you know, when your movie's called Godzilla, like, I want to see Godzilla. And there just wasn't enough of that, I felt, in the film. Although everything that had him in it was amazing. So I'm assuming maybe they would have done that just to make each time that he's on the screen make it that much more of a impactful scene. If that's the case, that's great. I just didn't feel the rest of the movie had enough going and enough grinding the gears to really sell that. I was just looking forward to more Godzilla the whole time, and the actual story of the film just felt a little bit dragged on. But very interesting how they brought it all together, and I did enjoy it in that respect. So hopefully after a second viewing, I'll enjoy it more. I do think the movie's a solid film. They did a really good job with everything. I just think the emotional stuff that they tried to bring between characters was not as strong as it could have been, and they should have just had more of the badassness of Godzilla because he just owned the screen every time he was on it, obviously. There just should have been a little bit more of that, in my opinion. I'm looking forward to a sequel. I'm sure there's going to be one because the movie's making a shitload of money, so I'm really excited to see where they're going to go with it after this and see how they're going to carry everything on. This is one of those movies where if somebody came up to me and gave me a bunch of reasons why they didn't really like it at all, I could completely understand and sympathize with those reasons. And on the other hand, if somebody came up to me and said, I love this movie for all these other reasons, I would completely understand that as well. So I feel this is one of those movies that's going to be a love or hate kind of thing, and I'm more on the love side, just wanted a little bit more from it. So That's pretty much all I gotta say about Godzilla. If you've seen Godzilla, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about it. And if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.